morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. It is a rainy Saturday morning in New York City, and I'm quite literally not ready to be awake yet. It's only 8 a.m. and I actually do feel quite refreshed. I know last night was Friday night. I didn't do anything wild. As much as I'd like to kind of lay in bed all day because of the rainy vibes, I'm also ready to get started with my day and go out and do fun things, be in the city more. We know that is one of my goals for 2024 is to take advantage of more opportunities, but we are going to start a little slowly this morning. So my partner Evan is currently on his way home from a 24-hour work shift, so obviously he's going to be crashing into bed when he comes home in not even like 20 minutes from now. So I'm gonna try to get my noisy activities out of the way, making coffee, getting my clothes and makeup together and out of the room so I don't bother him when I get ready later, and then do the dishes as well. You can't see. If you saw my most recent reset, I'm really trying to get in the habit of putting the apartment to sleep at night and cleaning up, straightening up. That way I wake up to a beautiful tiny apartment in the morning. And for the most part, things are looking good in here, except for the sink. I really just was not feeling it. There's not that many dishes, but I figured while I make coffee, while I wait for the water to boil, I can do some dishes, accomplish two things at once. We love a shortcut. Fail almost every single time one of us makes coffee in the morning. This one comes running up to our feet and crying and wanting to cuddle, so we've started to pick her up, and then she goes into what we call complete baby mode, and we hold her while we make coffee. To be able to just sit here under incredibly warm blankets with my coffee next to the window, hearing the rain falling down, knowing that I don't have to go to work today or tomorrow. Oh, it's such a peaceful feeling. I can't describe it, but if you know, you know. I've always loved rainy days, but especially in New York, a rainy day in New York is just so special to me. And in this apartment specifically, we have two skylights, so kind of no matter where you are in the apartment, whether it's this room, which is our living room, don't ask, living room, my office, and then our bedroom obviously has a window, and then we have the two skylights, so it's no matter where you are in the apartment, if it's raining, you can kind of just hear the rain trickling down. Anyway, I figured before Evan gets home, I will quickly give a rundown of what we're doing today. Clearly, right now, we are still in chill vibe mode. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading first. So I just started yesterday, actually, In 5 Years by Rebecca, whatever that last name is. I mean, so far so good. I literally read 1 or 2 chapters. I'm gonna put some work into this, and then the book that I just finished, which I showed both of you all these books in one of my last vlogs. I did just finish recently A Winter in New York, which was honestly so cute. I was worried that it might end up being overly cheesy or cringy, but it really wasn't. The storyline does kind of pull at your heartstrings in various different ways. And if you watch that vlog, you know I picked this up because I think it was still January then, and I was like, a winter in New York. I'm having a winter in New York. It's perfect. Highly recommend this. And then I don't think I even realized that this was taking place in New York, which is ridiculous that I didn't notice. But I started reading the first chapter and I was like, oh yeah, this is New York. We are gonna run some errands. We are going to Ulta and Sephora, which I've been looking forward to for weeks now. I know it probably feels like I just went to at least Ulta because I did that in one of my last vlogs, but I am in need of some more things. I genuinely do need a couple of things, and then some other things are just for fun experimenting. I found a new YouTuber influencer recently. Her name is Nikki LaRosa, I think is what her name is. Been obsessed with her makeup videos and just has me really inspired to try new things out. So in particular, I want to go look at some new foundations. That will probably be a Sephora thing, and then Ulta is where I have to kind of just do like my maintenance purchases a little bit. There's also a couple of random things I'm gonna buy because we're going on vacation soon, so a couple like travel size things. And then from there, I'm not fully sure where the day will take us. Again, Evan's gonna be sleeping for, I don't know, we'll see. Sometimes he comes home, he sleeps forever. Sometimes he will sleep for a few hours, then like doesn't want his Saturday to be impacted by it, so he'll wake up like pretty early in the afternoon, so we still have time to do things. I don't care either way, because again, it's rainy, and I honestly, if I could spend the rest of today like playing some new Switch games that I have, I would love to be doing that. We'll see. I think there was like not a flea market, but like a secondhand furniture store of sorts in Long Island City that he wanted to check out that also has like breweries around it. So we might be going to do that. So we'll see where the day takes us. At Sephora and Ulta. I'm trying not to be upset about it. Also, my hair is so frizzy because I don't do things like that very often, and I know when I buy makeup and skincare it's gonna last me like a pretty long time, so I think it should be fun. We'll do a little haul when I get home. Waiting for the subway now. And yeah, I could use some coffee, but with how much I just spent in the past couple of hours, that probably isn't a good idea, so I'll just have more coffee at home. And just like that, we are back home. The camera is now directly next to the window, so you probably hear the rain falling at this point, which is either going to be a peaceful addition to the background or something that will be a pain in the ass during editing. So I went to Sephora, I went to Ulta. Also, I'm talking very quietly because Evan is asleep, so I'm trying not to be loud, though he sleeps through anything. It was a good, successful trip. As I mentioned, I don't want to say that I got that much more than I thought I would, but maybe I just like underestimated what I would be spending. I don't know. It really, honestly, in terms of like beauty and skincare, I probably did not spend that much compared to most. So like I said, I don't do this very often, but let's get to the haul. I want to show you what I got. I'm excited, and if all goes well, sometime later today I will be playing around with the new things that I got, and if I can film it, I definitely will. But okay, so I have my bag of things. Both Sephora and Ulta are mixed in here, so I'm just gonna kind of grab and start talking. First item I purchased, and then pulling from the bag, are these Kiss gel nails that I got from Ulta. I'm not sure how much it's picking up on camera, but they are like a light purple lavender. We know I'm a purple girly. So I don't do nails too often. I have been getting some of the press-on ones more recently just for funsies because some of them work really, really well. But these are actually glue-on ones, like just for vacation. I want to feel fancy. I want to treat myself a little bit. I'm not going to go to the salon. I'm not treating myself that much, but I thought before I go on vacation, I can put these on. I haven't done something like this, like glue-on nails, myself at home, probably since I was like 12. So, okay, so next from Sephora, I got the Supergoop sheer screen. Yes, the mineral sheer screen. So it's an SPF. I've been wanting to try this for so long. I see everyone using this. She's not cheap, that's why I'm hesitant, but after testing it out today in Sephora, I'm learning that sometimes the not cheap things are worth it. just because of how good they are. At least when I tried it out on my hand, with it being a mineral sheer screen, like it truly just felt like a regular chemical sunscreen. Like it was that like silky and smooth going on. I didn't have to rub it in at all. There was no white cast. It didn't seem like there was any pilling coming up, which is my main problem right now with finding just like sunscreens in general, and then SPF moisturizers that just like pill on my face, which for when I do want to do makeup makes it very challenging. So I just got the mini one so I can take it on vacation and also see if I like it, if I'm willing to commit to the larger one. And this is something that, again, like I would, like today for instance, I wore a moisturizer with SPF that I've learned I can't put makeup on top of, which is fine. Like that's the moisturizer I can go to when I'm not going to be wearing makeup that day. And then this is something that I could use under just a regular moisturizer on days where I want to be wearing makeup. So I imagine both this mini and if I ever get the full size would probably last me a very long time. So again, if it works, I will probably be willing to pay for the full thing. Next up, let me take it out of the package because like, I want to say this is probably the most I've spent on makeup. No, that's not true. I definitely bought the Conspiracy palette when that came out before Shane Dawson was canceled. That's the most I've probably spent on makeup. But second to that would be the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of those Nikki videos recently, and I have been watching a lot of her like foundation videos, and she highly recommended the Rare Beauty one for just its texture, its consistency, the way it settles into the face, especially for dry skin, which is what I have. The last time I bought foundation was during COVID when I first got into experimenting with makeup, and I, at that time, found a brand that I felt like worked so nicely with my skin and didn't like settle into my fine lines that much, like didn't look cakey, and I don't even remember what the name of the brand was. I still have it. They were going out of business, so I stocked up on like 4 bottles. When I tell you that I still have all 4 bottles, that is how little I wear face makeup. And I have tried it out a couple times recently, and I feel like it is getting cakey, it's dry, it's just not working anymore. That's probably because it's so damn old, and I shouldn't be using makeup that is that old. But regardless, that brand doesn't exist anymore. So we're trying something fun. I know compared to like other Sephora and even brands at Ulta, like Rare Beauty is probably much lower on the price list. I think this was like 30 bucks. Feels like a splurge to me. Is probably just like a regular monthly purchase for a lot of people, but this is something, if I like it, probably lasts me a pretty long time. I got the shade 160C, which is so interesting. I'm assuming the C here stands for cool tones because I always thought I was more of a neutral or warm. But I actually, at Sephora, I saw someone walking around and like helping people find color matches by taking like close-up shots, like camera on the skin, like pictures of their face to kind of analyze it. So I saw that and I was like, ooh, yes, I meet you, let's go. So she did that. It was super quick. We didn't like talk too much about it. She didn't like analyze my skin for me. It was pretty much just like, okay, like you're definitely more on the fair side, obviously. Have redness. Apparently Rare Beauty, these foundations, like a lot of them are yellow tinted, so I guess maybe that's why this is more cool toned. And she kind of just handed this to me, put a little sponge on, and was like, yeah, this looks like a good match, and I trusted her, and now I have it. So I definitely want to play around with this later. This isn't anything exciting. It's just my Panoxyl benzoyl peroxide cleanser that I've been using. This is the cleanser that I use in the morning. I feel like it has been helping with my acne. I still have it, but I feel like it's helping. I'm not out of it, but I thought the little travel size would be really helpful for going away. And of course, The Ordinary. We all know her. We all love her. I got more of the niacinamide, 10%. I use this all the time. This is the only niacinamide I've ever used, and I'm running low. Also at Sephora, I know Ulta has these as well. I got a hand sanitizer. So I got another Bioma product. I think I got 1 or 2 Bioma products in my last Ulta haul. This is their creamy jelly cleanser. So I use the benzoyl peroxide in the morning and salicylic acid cleanser at night. I'm not really vibing with it, and I thought about going back to just like the regular CeraVe, which is what that is, but just like the regular foamy one for dry skin. But I saw this brand really doesn't have bad prices, so I thought I would try it out. Oh, and last non-makeup item is just a mini hairspray. Okay, 3 more items, all of which were kind of last-minute decision splurges that I did not need, but I couldn't help it. So I got the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Stick. I see these everywhere, both in the store and like online. People are always raving about them. Even like beauty influencers who tend to use more higher-end products have always said that this is a really nice product, and I thought purchasing it wasn't like the worst idea, because right now I think I have a couple of powder bronzers, one cream bronzer, but I don't like have a liquid one. So we're trying something new. And with as dry as my skin is, I'm trying to look more into liquid and cream based products more for everything, not just foundation, because I feel like that will be better for my skin. So we will be giving this a try today as well. And then also from e.l.f. I got Glow Reviver lip oil, which I have seen all over social media, which says a lot because I'm not like on TikTok like that, or even like the things that get recommended to me are not like beauty and makeup or skincare things too often. But so the fact that I've been seeing this, I feel like says a lot about how popular it is. I only had 2 colors. The other one was like I think a coral, really pinky one, which I wasn't vibing with. This is the Jam Session. It's the darkest one in the collection. That I know like once it's on my lips it won't be this dark. e.l.f. is affordable, so I was like I'm gonna try it out to see if I like it, since others are saying it is so good, and then if I like it but the color isn't right, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'll keep using it for certain things, but I can go back and find a different color, maybe get it online since they were out of stock in store. The very last item I have to show you is from ColourPop. This is one of their new, I think it's new, but like chrome liquid shadows. Yeah, a chrome liquid eyeshadow. I got it in the color Bliss. I think there's like 6 different colors. This is such a tiny little bottle. I feel like it probably packs a punch though, and I kind of really need to try it right now. Ooh. So it looks like definitely peachy pink, maybe even a little bit of like gold and green hues. I think it picks up way different in person than it does on camera, but that is fun. I just rubbed it in over my hand. You can barely even see it now. Okay, so that was my haul. Now I think what I'm gonna do, I don't want to do my makeup quite yet because it's still early and I don't think it needs to be done right now, but I do want to make sourdough this weekend. I'm trying a new recipe or following a new method, I guess. So I'm going to feed my starter in hopes that by tonight I can like do the whole fermentation and folding process and cook it tomorrow or Monday. And I wasn't gonna bake anything, but I don't know, rainy days I want to bake. So I definitely have ingredients to make cookies. I feel like I want to make some oatmeal cookies. I've not made an oatmeal cookie probably since I was a child, and they're so good. I love an oatmeal cookie. So I'm gonna kind of look around the kitchen to see what we have, and I'm gonna feed my starter. Hello, it's a couple hours later now. I fed my starter, still waiting for that to rise and be ready. I took out butter to soften to make cookies. That might happen today, that might happen tomorrow. I did my eye makeup off camera for a couple of different reasons. 1, I don't have much battery left on my camera, and 2, as you know, this morning I went and like gathered all of my makeup things that I knew I was gonna need later after Evan went to sleep in the bedroom. I realized the one thing I did not grab is a mirror, so I did my eyes in the bathroom using the mirror. Now, since I bought new foundation and new face products, this isn't gonna be like a routine or a tutorial, obviously. I feel like what good is buying new products and being excited about it if I can't try them on camera and let you know how I feel about them. All that is to say is that I'm using my iPad as a mirror. I'm not sure how great that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try to lay the foundation with the Rare Beauty. Yeah, just kind of see how it looks. I did shower right after I got home, so then I like redid my skincare and everything, so it's been a little over an hour, a couple of hours since I put on my skincare. I'm hoping that's fine. I did not grab a primer. I know a lot of people say you don't need a primer, but I have primers. Oh, and I did for my eyes use this little chrome guy. It's so pretty. I love the way that it turned out, and honestly, like, maybe I'm not sure what color it's showing up on camera right now. In the bathroom it was like looking more yellow, goldish, greenish undertones, so it looks like really nice with the shirt on. I'm like nervous for some reason. Maybe it's because I don't have an actual mirror to like see the details. I'm just gonna start with things in the middle and work its way out. A new skill I've learned recently. I guess that's a good way to do it, especially with having acne. You know, that's where my redness is concentrated, in the center and like bottom of my face. Wow, yeah, this iPad is really not doing it for me. It seems like, I think it says it's a medium coverage. It definitely looks true so far from what I can see. Again, I can't see much. I'm gonna pause for a second and go into the bathroom because I need a mirror. It doesn't even feel like I'm putting anything on my skin, like genuinely. I feel like I'm just stippling a brush on my skin for no reason. I mean that in a good way. Okay, so I'm back in the bathroom. I continued to do the foundation, make sure that it was actually spread evenly across my face because it wasn't. And then I also went in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's so interesting, so I have to remind myself not to come from a place of like, you shouldn't be able to see makeup, because like you're gonna see makeup no matter what luxury brand expensive product it is. Like if you are this close to your face, you're gonna see it. It definitely seems like it absorbs into my skin more, and like it's hugging onto parts of my skin like pores and lines. I see that, but it feels different than like other foundations that I've used, in that like it feels like, again, like my skin is actually absorbing it rather than just like sitting on top of it and looking super cakey. That's not to say that, like, in my opinion, like foundation is always gonna look cakey to some extent, if that makes sense, but it's not like muddy. It's not like, I don't know. And I know like I don't have the best lens in the world, so you probably aren't seeing what I'm seeing. I'm sure it looks more flawless on camera, at least hopefully. I feel pretty good about it. See what this guy can do. I'm gonna test the shade out. I love that tip. It's very, very fuzzy. It's giving like fuzzy poster vibes. 90s babies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Another pro tip I learned recently is to fully like mix and blend products onto your hand first before going in onto your face, because that helps prevent like the muddiness and cakiness of it all. I mean, so far I think I like it, but I can't see it just because I don't have a mirror. I'm sure if I was in front of a mirror, I'd be able to see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go finish my makeup in the mirror so I can see what I'm doing, but I will show you the end result. Truthfully, I don't think I've ever been so pleased with makeup before. I'm so insecure when it comes to face makeup, just like how to apply it, how to wear it, how it looks. And I don't know if I mentioned this in this video, but like you probably got the idea since I've mentioned so many times I don't typically wear face makeup. I don't feel like I need it. I do it for fun. I want to be able to know how to do it, to say that I can and like play around with it, because I have so much fun watching videos of other people doing it, but it's truly just for me. It's not to say it doesn't make you feel a little bit better every once in a while, because I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know, this was fun. Hello. As you can probably guess, it is a completely different day. It's just the next day. It's not that much longer, but I realized that I did not fully close out the video from yesterday. Don't remember when I stopped filming yesterday. I think after doing my makeup. After that, we just ended up going to dinner, and it wasn't until today that we went to, I think it's called the Remix Market in Long Island City, which is pretty cool. We stopped by a brewery. We didn't buy anything from Remix, but there's a lot of really cute furniture there, so if you are in the New York City area and looking for some furniture, I highly recommend. I have not done any baking yet, but I'm about to. I have made some pizza dough, so we're gonna make some pizza tonight. As you saw, I save up my sourdough discard, so I'm using that to make, I think I'm gonna try to do like a sheet pan pizza. And then I have my sourdough proofing in the fridge right now. I'm gonna bake that tonight. I think I may have mentioned I was following a new method or a recipe, and I don't know, I'm not feeling too good about it, so we'll see what happens. And then I think I'm gonna make some banana bread. I really, as much as I want those oatmeal cookies, I just wasn't feeling it, and some like chocolate chip walnut banana bread just sounds exactly like what we need right now. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my Sunday afternoon doing those things. I will insert pictures or video clips of that, but I just wanted to pop on to like officially finish out the video. So if you watched